Welcome to my channel. My name is Dayang. I am an international student, a recent college graduate, a financial minimalist, and anything else that I claim myself to be. And today I'm going to share with you how I live in San Francisco, spending less than $2,500 a month. If you are a recent college graduate, or if you're one person thinking about moving to the great city of San Francisco, stay until the end of the video. So let's get started. So I'm just going to go into the biggest expense immediately, which is going to be rent. So I broke down my expenses into 7 different categories. And unless you're eating out every single night, your rent should be your biggest expense. I categorized my rent, my internet bill, and my phone bill into one category, and it cost me roughly around $1,300 a month. If I live alone and I have my own place and I have my own restroom and I spend about $1,200 a month on rent, seriously, it's a great deal for me. I have the whole place to myself, and the only shared space is the garage, which was refurnished into a kitchen. Rooms in the Bay Area cost you roughly about $1,100 per month to around $1,800 per month. If you're living in the financial district, it's anywhere between $2,000 to $2,500 per month. If you want to save money on rent, a great tip would be get yourself a roommate. You instantly cut the housing price by half, which was actually what I did in my last year of college. The second biggest expense that you will have living in the city would be food. Now, I broke my food into 2 categories, dining out and groceries. So dining is expenses I consider eating out in a restaurant, whereas groceries are expenses that I consider buying the ingredients in supermarkets and bringing it back home. I spend around $200 to $300 dining out every single month. Just to give you a rough idea how much it will cost you to eat in the city, I have some receipts over here. It cost me $11.50 to get a poke bowl, and after taxes and tips, it's $13. Chicken biryani rice, which was $12, and after sales tax and tips, it was $15. If you spend that money on groceries, you can probably get 4 to 5 meals. And just to give you guys a rough idea of how much I eat out, about 80% of the meal that I eat in a month is home cooked, and about 20% it's gonna be me eating out, which is either an occasion where I am hanging out with friends, or I'm actually just really craving something that I can't really cook. In terms of groceries, I spend roughly around $300 per month. I would usually go to 2 places to get my groceries. One is Safeway, which is a few blocks from my house, and the other would be a Chinese supermarket where I would get ingredients specifically for cooking Chinese food. Just a tip for those of you who actually shop at Safeway regularly and couldn't get the Safeway Club card because your local store ran out of it, you just need to sign up an online Safeway account. You can actually get the club prices by entering your phone number every single time you walk in. Actually, you don't need the physical Safeway card in order to get those club prices. Living in a city like San Francisco, learning how to cook is your way to go to save money. I could buy $75 worth of groceries from Safeway, and it will probably last me more than a week. Whereas if I pay $15 for a meal, it's only going to be 1 meal. Your next expense is going to be transportation. For me personally, I actually live close enough to my workplace that I walk to work every single day. I don't own a car, so I don't have to pay for parking, gas, or auto insurance. However, if you do rely on transportation as a means to get to places that you need, your best friend is probably going to be public transportation services like the Muni or BART, or rideshare services like Uber or Lyft. Unlike in most cities in the US, owning a car in San Francisco could probably work against your favor. Parking is expensive, parking spots are hard to find, and transportation services like the public transport such as the bus and the train are actually surprisingly very reliable. Unlike in places like Los Angeles where it will probably take you 30 minutes to wait for a bus to arrive, here in San Francisco you can expect a bus to come into a bus stop every 10 to 15 minutes. For me, my transportation expenses are going to be rideshare services, mainly Uber, and rental car services like Zipcar when I need to go to places that are slightly far away. I spent maybe less than $50 a month on transportation. In fact, there are some months that I actually don't spend any money in that category at all. Next, I want to talk about my monthly subscription services, which I currently have 3. So I have a Amazon Prime subscription, which is around $14 per month. I'm paying 99 cents per month to Apple for extra storage on my iCloud. And I also have a $3 donation every single month for a content creator on Patreon. I don't have any gym memberships. Instead, I would just do push-up and sit-ups in my room. And I don't have any Netflix or Apple TV or Disney Plus subscriptions because I can just watch videos on YouTube. Then I have health insurance, which I am paying $94 per month for. It is a health insurance that is specifically designed for international students, so I'm not sure how that's going to differ in terms of citizens. It's a pretty good insurance in terms of coverage, and basically I pay a deductible and get up to $500,000 reimbursed if I were to get into serious injury. Last, I have my miscellaneous charges, which is any one-time charges or any charges such as my haircut, which is irregular in schedule, and any snacks and desserts that I pick up that I don't consider as dining charges. These are all count as miscellaneous charges, and I spend about $300 per month on miscellaneous expenses. So I actually calculated how much money I spent in the past 3 months, and I rounded up to a number of $2,315 per month. So there really isn't any tricks around this. I would say that the first thing that I would suggest anybody that want to move over here is to learn how to cook. Cooking will save you a lot of money. And one more thing is to be more conscious of your expenses. So hopefully this video could give you some insight of how much it could cost you if you were to move to San Francisco. They say the median household income of $60,000 is considered low income over here. It's actually very hard to live over here and it's hard to save up money, but it's definitely doable. I hope you guys really like this video. Make sure to subscribe, give a like, give me a comment, and stay tuned for more interesting content in the future. I'll see you guys next time.